map, so we make this thing more official, so that every month there is officially a tournament on a set date. There will be qualifiers on set dates, and it will all run much more smoothly than what it did in the previous, I guess, 12 months. Let's go, chat. First game on. There's only 4 games on these qualifiers. Let's go, Pookie Bears.
Here we go.
Oh my god. Madman, check out Discord right now. That's actually an insane... Wait, actually, I can announce this on stream. Chat. Puck. I can't believe this. Puck is now available in Walmart. What?
First blood.
I actually can't believe that. What? There's no way that's real. Hold on, chat. This is completely off topic, but it was just announced right now. And Scotty didn't even tell me beforehand. I actually can't fucking believe this. There's no way. It's not April Fool's, right? Yeah, it's July 2nd. I'm replying to this right now. This is actually insane. Oh my god. I'm reposting that. What? That's crazy. Holy chat, I got a little bit distracted there, but oh my god, that's fucking crazy. What the helly, chat? Let's go. All right, chat, I gotta get into this. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. At least it's the qualifiers. Obviously, I wouldn't be this all over the place in the finals, but hey, yo, it looks like Hype, a team that we haven't seen before, could be fighting a team that's over on the other side of the industries. Let's load up the map here and check if there's any other rosters. Ooh, there is another roster around them as well, so they might get third-partied. I believe they're all using the same skin. Ooh, no, they're not. This guy thinks he's different, chat. This guy thinks, you know, he's the one, the main character. Unfortunately, he's not. Let's look around the map. Check out where everyone is. There actually hasn't been a single team wipe since we got into this game, so everyone must be split up fairly well. I see a lot of teams landing over by Dormitory on the top side of the map where Slayer's team usually lands. Let's see who's up there. Ooh, Bardax has landed up there. Okay, we should actually check that out. Bardax, one of the best players from his region and in the entire game. Looks like he might be fighting one of the other best teams. I would argue the best team inside of this qualifiers, which is going to be Cannibal, Boz, Sleuth, and Loading. These guys are not to be messed with. I mean, Loading's won $10,000 tournaments before, so has Sleuth, so has Can, and so has a Bull Boz. I would say between this squad, keep in mind, they didn't always play with each other. Between this squad, they probably have 4... No, they have more than that. I think they have 6 wins. 6 $10,000 wins if you count every single win as an individual accolade. So if a Bull Boss and Ken won together, that would be 2 wins, right? Because even though they're in the same teams, that's 2 individual wins. If you count it like that, they might have 6 to 8 different wins under their belt as a squad. And they're also going against what I would argue is the number 2 team inside of these qualifiers, trying to make themselves a qualifying team into the $10,000 finals. Oh, really? It's a fake. Okay, thank you, man. Thank you. That means these guys go lower down on my list, and I think if these dudes fight the number 1 team, they might just get eradicated. Let's hop on board with team number 24.
When the next revive flight arrives. Airdrop incoming.
Man, and you should tell Scotty that I live reacted to that, because I did not see that coming, that we were going to be in Walmart.com. That's crazy. Matter of fact, get everyone to comment on that. What? Yo, Ken, what are you doing? Ken, bro, I know you just got your internet back, but surely it didn't just conk out right there, bro. I think these guys on team number 24, even if Ken is AFK right now due to internet problems, should still win this fight. Because it's basically a 3v3 anyway, unless they get their player back. And since this isn't the Bardax that I actually know, who is one of the best players in the world, I believe they're going to win this without too much of a struggle. 2 players have been spotted here. That's going to be an easy push from both of the players. Just absolutely destroying them. As I said before, this is the best team inside of the qualifiers. These guys are qualifying no matter what. It would be one of the biggest upsets of all time if these guys didn't qualify into the finals. 4 kills straight off the bat. The fake Bardak should come back through the revive flight right now. I think his teammates got him back just there towards the end. They did, so he's going to fall down somewhere else. And this team, filled with fake players, I doubt are going to qualify. I really, really doubt. Ken Strafes? No, 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 no. ICANN is definitely not Ken Strafes. Let's go over to team number 7 for now, though. As... Ooh, these guys are very, very good. We got Recon Sweeps, Andrian, and Good Boy over here. These guys are based out of Europe. They got players from Ukraine, France, and Bulgaria. And they're looking down over onto a new team that has only recently started joining these tournaments called Hype. Remember, the finals to this qualifier will be held on Sunday. We've got 2 finals this week, which is actually a first for us, I think, where we're hosting back-to-back finals for Battle Royale Championships on back-to-back days. That's obviously why it's called the back-to-back. After this week's $10,000 tournaments, we will definitely set up a rota, a schedule, something that you guys can kind of look towards if you want to know when tournaments are going to be instead of kind of hosting them last minute. Especially since I guess we can announce that, I mean, we're back. We're back again as a COD Mobile partner. So there's many more tournaments to come in the future. Little SMRS goes down right there. Bang, hits twice, but very underwhelming hits with that SMRS. As I was just mentioning there, we're back as COD partners, so there will be a lot more tournaments over the course of the next year. And I mean, I'm looking forward to the finals of this season, which will happen in December. The finals of the 2025-2020... Actually, I guess it's just the 2026 full season will happen in December, chat. Before, we used to have it as a multi-year season, but since we started it in January, it will just be the entire 2026 season. These guys are just moving out of here. They do not want to take this fight whatsoever anymore. Let's go over to Brandon. He's part of a team that I would consider one of the best inside of these qualifiers, and I would make the argument that these guys should definitely qualify. If they don't, it would be a bit of a disappointment for all of them. They're not near anyone right now, so we don't need to stay on board with them, but let's go to team number 2. Future and Kingbot have made it to the finals multiple times, along with Techoff. He's actually changed his name to TFF, but I guess it reads the same Techoff. Not sure why he did that. It's just a bunch of random letters in his name now. I feel like a lot of the players need to create brands for their names. See the way Future always has Future? No matter his clan tag, it's always after it, just stated as Future. Same with a player like Legendooski you see in the kill feed right there. It's always Legendooski. I think that if you abbreviate your name, people will have a hard time finding you on apps like TikTok or YouTube, so definitely keeping your name clean and concise. There we go. We just seen Legendooski get a kill and now he's dead. We'll have to hop on and see where he's at. Actually, we'll check out where his teammates are at from the opposing team. As an Orthodox goes down, we got Adam and Razor along with Comfortable still alive here, and it looks like this other team is in a third-party situation. Nothing. Coco Tazo. This is ENL's second team. We've seen ENL perform really good yesterday. Not too sure if they'll perform well today with their seconds roster. I guess it's the B team, you could call it. They don't act like a B team, though. They're very good.
Fire sale will start in 1 minute.
He and Coco Tazo go for a little bit of a push here. They've already knocked somebody. Comfortable's down. That leaves Adam on the rotate to try and get out of there. And there's the third party I was talking about before, which is Legendooski. These guys initiated this fight. For whatever reason, Adam, Razor, Comfortable, and Unorthodox all pushed in for a third party and ended up getting taken apart. So now Comfortable is dead. Unorthodox does make it back, but I wouldn't be surprised if the tag doesn't come through for Comfortable, as there's an entire team around it. Speaking of that team, let's hop on board with their angle. You can see them fighting over onto the Redmond team. There goes one. Ian's gonna get knocked and fully eliminated from Yugi. As we'll go on to watch his POV right now. Legendooski did get revived from earlier when we seen him get knocked. Looks like, ooh, Deluxe is still alive. Legendooski over on the right-hand side does get sniped, but not full knocked. Only 150 health does get lost here. Nade across the map. Not gonna land anything. As the player rotates out from the back. Zombie, Duck, and Deluxe trying to get out of this situation entirely. They know that ENL is one of the better teams inside of this qualifier. I would say it's a hard push to say they wouldn't qualify. I think it's pretty much confirmed off of game number 1, off the bat, that they should get into the finals on Sunday. Not able to land that snipe, though. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all with that SMRS across the map. We like to see it. Comfortable does come back because ENL does not protect his tags. Looked like they wanted to do a little third party there, but now that ENL's pretty much wiped that opposing team, the third party's not going to come in, and it's just going to be a fair 4v4 fight. They got 3 kills on the board so far. Adam, Razor, Comfortable, and Orthodox have 0 kills. So I'm sure they're feeling some type of way, especially as this has been their first time playing in any of the qualifiers. That's what I like to see. New teams inside of the qualifiers. We've seen 29k yesterday. A first for them participating in any of the tournaments or qualifiers in the past. They were able to qualify straight through into the finals. And if I do say so myself, they were very impressive for a very unknown team, at least on the global side of things. I know they're known in Garena, but nobody in global knows at all who they are. Go out and check a different team now. Oh, a little bit of a scared play here, just trying to stay alive. Patty, I don't know if this is it. Let's go over to team number 10, see where they are at the map. Rotating down into bus station. They're surrounded by a couple of different teams here. Let's go and load up the map, check where the other players are. So from below and behind, they're safe. They don't need to worry about being shot in the ass. And it looks like Fed's able to take down one with the SMRS. This is actually a third, fourth party for them. They could easily come in third party all of this stuff, get a bunch of knocks or kills for a lot of points. Secure themselves a good place on the leaderboard. I don't know if they want to take this fight, though, as we need to look at the zone. Okay, we'll have to wait and see what call they actually make here. Not sure who the IGL is on this team, but either way, they could go in here, get a couple of kills, or they could play for placement. In my opinion, I think I would wait here on this hill. Maybe not stand together like they are doing, because if you see this area, they can hit an SMRS on this particular portion right here, get a knock onto all 3 of them as they stand. So I wouldn't stand too close to that. Because if even one player shoots an SMRS, it's going to do a ton of damage, or it's just going to end up knocking them all, and then they'll just get pushed out of the situation. It looks like Minato and his team, though, are going to go in with Brotex and get a kill onto a different roster, but keep in mind, there's still a team underground here. There's a team rotating through the other side of bus station, and we've also got Iken, a Bull Boss, Zluth, and Loading on top of this hill. Iken holding it back. I think he's having some bad internet problems here. We do know that he is part of that Middle Eastern country that has been experiencing a lot of war and tragedy over the last couple of months, so not sure if he has stable internet right now. Indigo looking over on the Loading. Ooh, Vex Indigo takes down Loading on the main stage. See you later, Alligators. Lith also goes and gets knocked, fully eliminated. The last person alive is actually the person that doesn't have any internet connection to make anything happen. This would be a disappointing game for them. Let's pop on and see what Ken's going to do about this, though. I'd like to see them perform a little bit better here. They do have 13 kills, so that's a really good early game performance. But oh my god, Ken, that was the worst play imaginable. Luckily, a Bull Boss comes back through the revive flight. But Ken, I think it might be a struggle this time around inside of the qualifiers for him. A Bull Boss, I just wouldn't do this. There's not a world in which I would rush that team when there's so many people around them. However, picking up the tag right here, I don't mind this play. As long as he just goes back, stays alive. His teammate must have called out that there was a snowboard on his body, so he's going to be able to take back one of his teammates. Who's it going to be? Let's check it out. It will be Zluth. So Zluth's going to come back. Keep in mind, these are my favorite team for this qualifier. The Ferg's favorite roster is this roster. A Bull Boss making himself a little bit too out in the open here. I'm not sure if I like this either. Nobody's targeted him just yet, so he's going to be able to go up and get another tag. Lovely jubbly. That'll be Iken back into the action. Zluth's about to come back through the revive flight. Did he get him back? Oh my god, I don't know if he got him back. I think he missed it in the final second. Oh no. A Bull Boss trying to stay alive here for a little bit longer. They have so many kills, and that was a terrible play, but a Bull Boss. Ooh! Yo, Bull Boss, get out of this situation, bro. We need to see you make it into the final zone, brother. 19 teams still alive in this zone is absolutely ridiculous for a qualifier tournament. Oh my gosh, I feel like every month that we host these tournaments, it just keeps getting worse and worse for these teams trying to qualify. He got targeted into oblivion, chat. That was unbelievable. At least Ken and Zluth are back in it, but Loading's nowhere to be seen. Oh my god. This is crazy. 55 players alive in this zone is unbelievable. This is some shit that you don't even see in the finals. Like, these people need this money, chat. You know, they need to get into this finals to try and get some of that $10,000 prize pool, because my god, 51 people still alive. This looks like the last zone. I know it's obviously not the last zone, but my god, does it look like a small zone right here. Let's hop on to a different team that I feel like could end up winning this game. We'll go on to team number 2. We're very familiar with these boys. These would be my second favorite team. E&L obviously being my third favorite, but they've lost 3 of their players as well, so these guys are my favorites to win it. We've also got Brandon's team as well. Those would be my top 4 picks. Team 4, Team 2, Team 1, and then Team 24. Hypes in a little bit of a fight here with an unknown roster. Ooh, getting absolutely smoked on the main stage. Cypher last alive. He's barely making it into the zone. He's going to die as well. See you later. Shots going over across the map. HDR in hand. This is a good sniper, but I wouldn't use it over the DLQ Omega Maywalt Mac. I would always use that. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have a custom. He just have the base spec HDR. He's basically got a BMW 320D instead of an M3 with this gun. Bang! Doesn't hit it. Salty out in the open. Bang! Oh my gosh, his teammate steals the kill. Teddy across the map getting SMRS. Who is it though? Who's shooting the SMRS? Lanai. Boop. Hits him. There's the team wipe. 5 total eliminations for team number 2. There is a player behind them. It looks like they know he's there too. Brandon lost all of his teammates. He's going to go down. There's another Ferg favorite team eliminated. They got 9 kills though. Coco Tazo's opted for the med strat. He's staying outside of the zone. This is not Ross, brother. That game was taken off the App Store years ago. Not sure what the situation is here with you, Coco Tazo, but I don't know. We'll have to see if it actually helps him out. They do have 8 kills. There's still 13 teams alive, so he's opted for the med strat really early on here. And it looks like a Bull Boss is last alive, and I think one of the only remaining Ferg favorite teams, the only other team that is alive right now would be team number 2 out of the teams that I expected to do well. Obviously, Redmond's still in it alongside them, but see, to be honest, Redmond, they haven't really done good recently. I would argue that it would be an upset if they made it into the finals, because they haven't been performing the last year. So let's go on to them, see if they have a little bit of a dark horse story right now. They did well in 2024. They didn't do well in the end of 2025, and they've done pretty terribly in 2026. Bang, SMRS doesn't land it. Zombie Duck with an inaccurate rocket launcher straight to the floor, but not to the player. Rotating in now. They need to make themselves a non-issue for other rosters. If any other roster sees them, they're going to get third-party instantly with their position on the map. Pay to win's been spotted right here, able to get a knock. Lux takes him down, but Legenduski does get traded with a third party across the map. Still need to make it into the zone. Like I said, they shouldn't have taken any fights here. They're able to knock a team, but they might not get many placement points. We'll have to wait and see if Future and team number 2 end up targeting them. Baby, are you camping outside of the zone performing a med strat as well? Yes, you are. Okay. Medic plate carrier must be in use right here. These guys need to make it into a safer area. Looking at where they're situated in the zone, this is awful. If they go down left side, they're going to go against Brotex and his roster. If they go right side, they're just going to die, plain and simple. They're going against Future, Kingbot, Lanai, and of course Tekoff over here on this hill. These guys don't really need to rotate just yet, but it looks like the rotation's coming through from Redmond. They're going to push Brotex's team. A lot of nades coming in. It looks like a cluster bomb's also going through. Zombie Duck is able to take down 1. Oh, this is going to be a good team wipe from them. Unbelievable. Nova gas grenade from Ian on Redmond. There they go. A full 3v4 wipe from the Redmonds themselves. 18 eliminations on the board. This could be the start of some serious momentum towards the second half of the 2026 season. Unfortunately, Blux is going to go down here. Aim and Zombie Duck still alive. Only Aim left as they both get eliminated. Smokes need to come down here. He's going to need to use his defender class as well if he wants to stay alive. Good smokes to provide him cover, but he's going to get targeted from the best team still alive with a full roster, and that's going to be Future's team with Tekoff up there in the top. Oh dear, not another defender use in play here. He's going to die outside of the zone. Does he have a medic plate carrier? I don't know if he did. Let's hop on to the last remaining best team inside of the lobby. Bang, sniper shot goes down with a DLQ. Able to take down 2 here. Oh my god, Tekoff putting on a clinic on top of that rock on the side of this cliff. Another player's going to move out the back. He sees Nox go for the medic plate carrier strat. Not sure if he's going to pull it off here. Decides to go back into the zone. Let's hop on to a player that has an SMRS here. Lanai, we've seen him have it earlier. Hits another one. If he lands one more SMRS, he should get double knock here in team wipe. Ooh, but Bam steals it from the other team. I still think this is going to go in the way of team number 2 here. It's a 3v4 situation. Takeoff is going to push in first with his Hades. The push is coming in crazily right now. Full speed ahead. Oh my god, they're actually taking him down, but not for long. As Takeoff comes through from the side, Febs should be the last guy alive here. Are they able to take him down? Never mind, they didn't get the knock on Sunside either. Febs goes down. Now it's all down to side to make a play here. Oh my god, he's able to take him down, and the Trap Master kills them. Sunside actually won that game. I cannot believe it. They 3v4'd them at the end. Team 10 Tech game number 1. And let's pull up that damn scoreboard because I didn't get to see how many kills they had. Of course, Team 2 had an enormous amount of kills. But Team 1 or Team 10? Ooh.